This is you at work. You have to sit there like a dog for hours and hours, suffering inside as your mind wanders to the age-old saying, suicide is painless. That's why society invented video games, where even death is no escape. I'm Lyle Wrath, and this is Pregame Discharge, the only show on the internet that can release you from this hell of your own creation.
Destiny, your throne is made of glass, Destiny. What will you do when you're not the only one there, Destiny? When they realize they never actually liked you. When they realize you're but a psychological trick masquerading as a game, Destiny! Do you remember your father's eyes, Destiny?
A man from Malaysia paid $46,000 to look like Squall from Final Fantasy VIII, and now he looks like this. Disclosure, I'm a prolific masturbator. In fact, I've done it 3 times since starting this video, once in researching this very story. Frankly, that whole walking thing was just a lame phase, and I'm glad that we all grew out of it. Give me a second, I gotta go to the bathroom. Nintendo is going to be holding a Mario and Metroid live stream at Gamescom. I'm usually a little more concerned when the Japanese and the Germans come together, but now that the Nazis are on the other side of the Atlantic, okay, I won't get political, jeez. Drinking water. Everybody does it, but is it racist? The answer may shock you. People of video games, we are upon the dawn of a new era. The brink of a new age, for we have been blessed with the visage of Mario's nipples. Bereft are they of any flaws, perfect by design. In a post-nipple era, but one question remains. 'Tis not, is there a god? To ask this question would belie the divinity of the nipple. Nay! It is, who is the enemy of the nipple, and what course must we take to destroy it? I am Lyle Mcdouchebag with Destructoid, and this is Pregame Discharge, the show that has attempted thrice to start a cult to no avail. Soulcalibur VI was announced, and you all know what that means. It's over before it's begun!
Get that thing away from me!
Cannot resist!
Ow! Ow, no!
Hey, did you know there's a Fable card game? It's, I better back up. Are you old enough to remember Fable? Gee, I wonder how that's gonna go when one of them's like, and the other one's all. They're making a Fallout board game. If I wanted to be bored playing a Fallout game, I'd just play Fallout 4. Oh, fuck! Oh, listen to those air horns. Those are a lot of air horns. That's extremely irritating. Planet of the Apes is getting a cinematic adventure game called Planet of the Apes: The Last Frontier. I'm not gonna make a joke about this one. This looks kinda neat. The monkey game is my hill to die on. This is where the jokes end. It's a very serious matter. Noctis from Final Fantasy The Boy One is going to be in Tekken 7 to fight Akuma and the Goose. Also, the Ninja Turtles are gonna be fighting Hellboy in Injustice 2. And here comes a new challenger for Super Smash Bros. That's right, it's 50 Cent from 50 Cent Blood on the Sand. I'm a professional analyst. I know all the cheat codes to anal. Do those Boston Dynamics fellers finally go too far? In non-game award news, Destiny 2! Let it sink in. I'm Lyle Mcdouchebag with Destructoid, and this is Pregame Discharge, the video game news show that has 3 arms. Super secret news, leak news. I'm leaking, I'm help! The Target website briefly listed a video game simply called Bethesda Game of Thrones. A Target spokesperson told Forbes, this is not a real product. We're sorry for any confusion. Whoa! What news? For more of the loudest video game news on the internet, remember to subscribe! Battleborn is getting its final patch this fall. After a trajectory that has pretty much perfectly mirrored the 5 stages of grief, it seems that Gearbox is finally ready to accept the death of its stillborn video game. Which is good, because it was starting to get actually legitimately sad. But you know what they say, you win some, you lose some, you compete with the biggest cultural force in multiplayer gaming in the last 5 years, and for some reason you choose a release window in the same exact month. It's all just part of life. We all make Battleborns, and we learn from them. Meanwhile, Activision, in their new World War II Call of Duty game, has their microtransaction money box drop down as a supply crate directly onto Normandy Beach. So now you can say, hey Grandpa, remember the look in your best friend Bernard Thornton's eyes the last time you ever saw him as he got hit by a Nazi artillery shell, leaving nothing behind but a plume of viscera which congealed with many more just like it as they disappeared into the cold, cruel ocean? As you made peace in turn with your own death in an event that would inevitably rattle you awake in the night for the rest of your life? Well, now the sacrifices and bravery of you and your comrades in one of the most historically significant battles in recent times can be remembered forever. Cause there I can spend $5 real-world dollars on fake video game boxes and they drop a bunch of bullshit mostly, but sometimes there's little icon pieces and you can make a funny penis icon with them. See, this is something I can say and it's not entirely inaccurate. Video games, I love them. I love them!
Sonic Forces is getting a pre-order bonus edition that comes with oh god. Oh no. Oh fuck, no, no, no! That's the episode, we're done. I'm Lyle Mcdouchebag with Destructoid. This has been Pregame Discharge. Come back next week after I've purged my fucking eyes of this. The fleshy human hands, why?
One of the things that I see people say to me a lot is, wah, you were mean to a video game that I like. I'm a little baby, goo goo gaga, I hunger for delicious excrement. Which is valid, and I think it needs to be addressed.
The Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy just got free DLC. It features a previously unreleased level from the original Crash Bandicoot called Stormy Ascent. Supposedly, it's really goddamn hard if the trailer featuring Crash Bandicoot dying over and over again is any indication. I wonder what other game series marketed itself like that. Okay, I admit it. It's a conspiracy across all gaming publications. You will think that Crash Bandicoot is Dark Souls. It's phase 1 of our plan. Phase 2 is my dick is Dark Souls because it's unreasonably hard. I tell you to sit and spin, but the show is over. They announced a BlazBlue crossover game called Blaze Tag Blue Battle Cross.
You know how the old saying goes, a video game a day makes the doctor say, you should probably go out in the sun more, you're not getting enough vitamin D. Which is when you say, I'll give you some D. Think you're so goddamn smart with your fancy degree, why didn't you see that coming? Don't worry, you'll get another opportunity. Yeah, take that with your stable 6 figures, bitch! Who's the loser now? Certainly not I, who plays video game. GTA Online is getting new missions. They're apparently story-based, revolve around the apocalypse, there's jetpacks in them, and it's free in real money, but also somehow simultaneously expensive in fake money that costs real money or real time. Because video games are weird now, and currency is a social construct that's beginning to break down. Assassin's Creed Origins will have loot boxes, but they won't cost real money, at least not yet. But it does feature crossplay with the other versions of the game, so you can play with your friends on PS3 or PlayStation Vita, if you know the one guy who has one. Speaking of those things, re-releases, not the PlayStation Vita. In fact, if there's ever any room for doubt, just assume we're not talking about the PlayStation Vita. Bards in Final Fantasy XIV can now officially play music for real. Apparently you can select notes and play it like a real instrument, kinda. For copyright reasons, Square Enix has advised you to only play Final Fantasy songs. But you won't, you criminal. You criminal! A new Death Stranding trailer came out, and what the fuck am I looking at? And then at the end, the camera zooms into Norman Reedus' mouth, and there's a baby in there. People on the internet tried to be funny by replacing the baby with weird shit. It's already fucking weird. Most of the things you put there instead are not as weird as just the baby being there. Why do you try? Why?
If you're a woman, stop brushing your labia and buying shoes for a second, cause this is a game changer. I'm sure you find it difficult to sleep because your breasts move around too much. Well, fear not. Japanese lingerie company Wacoal has
released a dating sim, wherein a husbando helps you pick out a suitable sleeping bra, and then also sleeps with you. The game is called Caramin. This. But if you don't know Japanese, fear not, because it's also a service I offer. Did I mention I now live in a sizable cardboard box? Paramount has the rights to make a Sonic the Hedgehog movie. The movie will supposedly be part live action and part CGI, but don't worry, they won't actually make it. Movie studios make North Korea-style threats about making video game movies all the time. They never actually happen. Like the Gears of War movie, or the God of War movie, or the Halo movie twice, or the Uncharted movie, or the Tetris Trilogy, or Pixels starring Adam Sandler. See? Never happened. Like a bad dream. Valkyria Chronicles 4 got a story trailer and some new details on what it is. For all my wee abyssals out there that are chomping at the bit for Valkyria Chronicles 4 news, all three of you, congratulations, it's here. When asked for comment about Nintendo's failure to grasp the basic concept of supply and demand, CEO Jefferu Nintendomoto said, "I do not regret the things I've done in my rise to power, as they were all in the name of progress. You may find them horrific, but you will never find my gold. Go away." This is pregame discharge. Pregame discharge.